to do now. I dance on my damn self. You ready? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Hit me one time. Oh, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Yeah. Oh, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Where the fans at? Get up by your seat. Let your body move. Cowboys and cowgirls are feeling the groove. Sipping on moonshine, fire barrel rolling. I'ma get behind that thing, girl, and hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Got my boots on the ground. Yes, sir. Lord have mercy. Oh, oh, oh. Got my boots on the ground. Fans, please. I hope you got good knees, cause we gon' get it up. Everybody's dancing to that juke joint love. Hold on to your wig, hold on to your man, cause the steppers in that building, y'all, and they throwing them fans. Come on. Oh, 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 oh. Got my boots on the ground. Yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Got my boots on the ground, baby. Wait a minute. Boots on the ground. Kicking up some dust. Boots on the ground. Kicking up some dust. Wait a minute now. Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Hit me one time. Hit me two times. Oh, 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 oh. I got my boots on the ground. Yeah, yeah. Oh. Oh, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Wait a minute, let me do that one more time for the ones who ain't hear me. Listen here. Boots on the ground, kicking up some dust. Boots on the ground, kicking up some dust. Wait a minute now, where them fans at? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Hit me one time, hit me two times. Oh, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Y'all know I don't mind. Yes, sir. Boots on the ground. Where them fans at? Boots on the ground. Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Oh, 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 oh.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
We are running behind. We've been, we worked very hard today.
Yeah, this work thing's really starting to get in the
It's-
way. I gotta hit
yeah.
that $1.3 billion Powerball would be nice.
I know, or be related to somebody. who
Right.
hit
Or
that.
if any of you all,
Yeah,
want to share the wealth, if you hit, please, by all means, don't forget the little people.
yeah. But yeah, it's like, try to get stuff. It's difficult to get stuff done today or that wasn't work related. But anyway, I digest.
I digest. I was thinking. So, anyways,
Yes, welcome to the show.
We should have gotten some of this done over the weekend, but it was a long Labor Day weekend. All kinds of stuff happening, and
Yeah,
gee,
it was awesome.
we started our weekend off on
In Peterborough, yeah,
Thursday. So
it was awesome.
yeah,
And then it was just kind of was like enough time to relax and enough time to have a few beers, enough time to eat. Like it was a good balance of, chilling and not chilling.
Get some sleep, which was nice.
Sleep was awesome.
Yeah, I had one good day of sleep. I like that.
I had two.
Nice.
Yeah. So there's that.
Outstanding.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so I am still downloading a video that I wanted to show you guys, and it's not even halfway done yet. So
Okay, we'll play it in a bit.
yeah, it finishes by the time the show. We'll figure it out. My dog's barking at nothing. Yeah,
Could be
sorry.
the fox. Fox could be early tonight.
That it's awesome. It like runs down the driveway, and then it goes. Excuse me.
All right, you can take care of that.
Oh, okay.
He'll listen to you. Kind of. So anyway, welcome to the show. We got Scott on tonight. We're looking forward to having him on. Scott always has a lot of great perspective on everything that's ongoing. You know, there's a handful of people. I don't say a handful of people. There's a lot of people that are very in touch with just pretty much everything. And Scott's one of them. Scott knows a lot about a lot, and you know, even like Tim is like a fountain of knowledge or useless information. Call it what you will.
It's not useless.
You know, well, I mean, you know, that's kind of like, you know, like being the guy on Jeopardy that knows all these answers, but they really aren't going to get him anywhere through life unless he wins a whole bunch of money. But
I
yeah,
disagree. I do really good at those game shows. So I don't know.
I'm challenged. So
Anywho,
anyhow, so
yeah. So back to Scotty.
yeah, so we're looking forward to having Scott on. We'll bring him in a couple minutes. We're just going to kind of go through and say hello.
Yes,
A lot
let's
of
say
people in the
hello
chat.
to
Can you
everybody.
navigate that for a
I
moment.
will. Let me go to the beginning. Oh, hello, LB. Robin G.
Riding through the Glen.
Lady Di.
Who we got?
Lauren S is here.
Hi, Lauren.
One of my faves. Justice for the taxpayers. That's right.
Comma drama.
Yeah. Look who it is.
Hippie chick in
It's
the
my
house.
girl. Hippie chick. What's up? Let's see. I guess it's just you guys.
It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, Miss Tina is here. Oh, so
Yeah.
sweet. Oh God.
You behave yourself today. You know who you are.
Hello, Laurie. Diane, hi. I haven't seen you in so long. Oh my God.
Hey, Robin G, huge party if I win. Fantastic.
All right. You heard it here,
Well,
folks.
We're holding you to it. It's in the chat. It's something that's legit.
It is. Look who's here. It's the man.
Dennis.
Dennis Sweeney's here.
The man. The myth.
Hey, Mike. Mike's here.
Hey, Mike, what's up, brother?
Robin G is three. Oh, Alpine Stars. Hey, what's up? My sister.
Ah, Tracy's sister. Hello. Good evening.
All right, we're all caught up.
All right,
Fantastic.
outstanding.
All right, so want to do like these things really quick, like.
Yeah, so I want to say this. So, you know, the Star Drive-In is looking, you know, they have a lease situation going on, and Eric has, you know, been pretty forthcoming about, you know, what's happening for the most part. I mean, it's her business. She doesn't need to share everything, obviously, but the lease runs out in March, and she is looking to save the Star. She actually got Kathy O'Grady got permission from Erica to create some T-shirts, and she's got those going on right now. So we want to share that first. So Save the Star Drive-In is what the shirts are all about. There's 3 different kinds. There's the crew neck for $30. Then you got the regular T-shirt for $30 as well. And then there's the long sleeve, which I like the long sleeve.
I do too. Winter's coming.
Yeah, so
that
that's
fall
pretty cool.
weather.
So,
Yeah.
so Kathy O'Grady, she actually, I saw it posted on our Resistance to Silence Facebook page. So if you go in and look for her, you'll see it. I believe it's through the SD accounts. and Etsy. I don't know, call it what you will.
It's Etsy.
Well, there, yeah. So it's through one of those accounts. And so yeah, go check that out. Grab one. I think there was a couple. Kathy was actually at Dive Bar
She
last
did.
night.
She showed up at Dive Bar,
Yeah,
and I'm
sorry
so.
I missed her.
I know. I told her I was going before I knew I couldn't go, and I didn't catch up with her. So I'm sorry I missed you. I'm glad you were there. And bring some of that stuff to Dive Bar. If if you're ordering in bulk or whatever. I'm not sure how you're doing it by the order or whatever, but we'll help you.
Yeah, she had a few with her last night, my understanding.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't there.
Yeah, I know.
All right, yeah, keep bringing them because I want one. And yeah, we'll do anything we can to help.
Yeah.
Because she's done so much to help us. All those freezing cold days, she brought hot chocolate and pizza, and she just really, all of her donations.
Was that the first time we met her? Was a special town meeting?
Yeah.
It was freezing cold
It
November.
Was one of the coldest standouts I've ever been. Yeah, it was like right before Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
or right after or
Yeah,
something.
it was absolutely brutally cold.
Yeah,
out there.
I'm telling you, the hot chocolate just warmed me right up.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah,
She
it was
brought
awesome.
pizza.
Yeah. So
tables, everything. She brought it all. It was
yeah, she brought tables. So
no playing around.
And that was just one time.
Yeah.
She's made a lot of donations to Karen and a lot of other people. So
yeah, she's hosted a lot of different fundraising events at the Star. So, again, more information to come as she shares it. I know some of the people, she'd posted something similar, and I'm kind of paraphrasing here, but people have been going online saying something about other businesses, competitors, or whoever they might be, basically giving them bad reviews. And that was something that she had herself gone through as well. So she's not encouraging that. So if you think about doing that, think twice. You're impacting her business, indirectly, or maybe meaning well, trying to help out, but she doesn't need the noise.
Well, she doesn't have to defend herself any more than she is,
right.
I think.
Exactly.
Right now, because she's going through a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So if we can support her, we will.
Yeah.
And the food there, I mean, we're talking, politics and shit, but get there.
Yeah, and she's got soups and stuff coming in for the fall season, soups and stews and chowders, and I'm looking forward to it. So.
Me too.
We get down there soon.
Yep. Okay. What else?
Let's see. We could probably bounce to. Did you read what he had written? There was a new thing.
I haven't, but he posted again today, and it's. I know it's confusing. I reposted it in Resistance to Silence.
This is Sandra Crispo stuff.
Yeah, Sandra Crispo. Sorry. But I've been talking with Sandra's brother, Mike. He's actually from the area. But he's basically saying that his family is behind it. And from what we've read, a lot of people say Mike's writings are a little off the charts or a little crazy, but I think he's spot on, to be honest with you. There's a lot going on with his niece and her husband, Sandra's daughter and son-in-law. They stopped talking to the media. Bob Ward has been following this case in more. And there's a lot going on behind the scenes. I think the police are doing their due diligence, and I think something's we'll see. But if you have time, read the satire. It's interesting, but it does, give Mike's take on it, Mike's side of it, and how his sister was taken from this earth against her will.
Mm-hmm.
So stay tuned. I'll just show this real quick.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So she disappeared in 2019 after her son-in-law dropped her off from dropping off her car to be fixed. And he was the last one to see her. So we're not sure if someone was, lying in wait. We don't know. I don't know. But more on that very soon. Very soon. I also wanted to share this. Can we share this right now? This right
Yeah,
now?
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Share screen. Hold up. Hold up. Oh,
Oh,
hi,
baby.
Kitty. Kitty just popped up on the laptop. All right. I just wanted to share this. Can you see it? There it is. Okay. So Tuesday, the 9th, that's upcoming Tuesday, a week from now, there's going to be a hearing for the Medical Civil Rights Act. And what that is basically it would guarantee the same life-saving care for people who are in custody. And this Medical Civil Rights Act is something that you know, if this were something that was passed before, then Just en route would, probably wouldn't have. I'm not gonna, not gonna say probably would have been killed violently, but maybe there would have been better training in for them with mental health issues. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna be there. I just took that day off today. So it's September 9th at 1 p.m. It's at the State House. So we'll all have to figure out how we're going to get there. So more to come on that as well.
Yeah, that was circulated by Jen Root as
Mhm.
well. I think she's kind of the one spearheading this whole thing. Well, not the whole thing, but at least circulating on our end as far as the movement goes. So whatever we can do to get in there, I'm going to try to take the day off as well. There's a lot of different dates coming up this month that I just took a whole bunch of time off from work, but
Yeah. Oh well.
I guess I'm going to take some more time off.
Mm-hmm.
So,
All right. So what else I want to and speaking of dates, do you want to go over that already happened?
Yeah, that already happened, but we can actually talk about that when Scott comes on.
All right,
So
good.
he was there as
All
well.
right, cool.
Um,
Oh, did anyone watch this last week?
I love that video. I think I was cracking up when I was doing it because it was just the premise of it. But Rodney is truly a superhero. I said last week is people look to how do I start doing a standout or whatever. I'm like, there it is right there. Every single one of those standouts, he was by himself and he took photographs and he shared it. I think it's fantastic. So if I applaud Rodney, you are a superhero to us for sure.
Yeah, he's cool. He's the best.
There's
He's such a
definitely
sweetie.
there's a handful of people that that can and do that, and I think it's great. I think it's Rodney is the man. So
Yes, man.
good job, Rodney.
You guys are so funny in the comments. I just saw this one and I just wanted to bring it up. Thank you for keeping me company tonight. Had a rough day. Well, we are here for you.
Exactly.
We all probably had a rough day today.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
But we're all here together. and we're going to get through it.
Yeah,
It's almost
absolutely.
over. And, you know, if we can brighten your day, then thank you.
Yeah, that's actually the second day I've brightened today. I had somebody else in one of my posts earlier today. It was like, I really needed this laugh today.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, it was
One of your posts.
Audra. It was
Was it
Audra.
Audra?
Yeah, she was like, I really was having a shitty day or something.
Yeah, that's who it
Yeah,
was.
I'm like, thank God. I'm like, good. I'm glad. You know. Yeah. So her video's wrapping up.
My
here.
video's wrapping up. So let's just see
Hold
what
on
I
one
can
second.
do here.
If you go into StreamYard and you go into one of the past things, you won't show up here. You just
Will I be able to? Oh, yeah, I will.
yeah. The past
right.
streams. So anyway.
Yeah, talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves while you're doing this here. So oh shit. This is why I don't drive. This is Rodney.
Rodney.
Oh, thank you, man. We appreciate you. You do great things, and you're always out there. And again, you're a superhero in my eyes. So keep up the good work, bud.
Yeah.
Hopefully
You're
we'll
the
see you
best,
soon.
Rodney.
Let's see. While she's doing on that, so this Friday, Dennis, you're in the chat. Correct me if I'm wrong, but 11 to 1 Friday, Washington Street in Canton will be the folks standing out for the love of Canton for a certain select board member to resign. And yeah, so get out there and go support them. Again, it's a great crew that shows up and they stand out there and they get all the support. There's a lot of support within the town right now, and people are dead set against what Chris is doing and what he stands for, and put the whole Karen Reed situation on the back burner at this stage and just say, okay, so why should he be on the select board in general? He's a horrible person. So bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
What didn't you get? The butt or the bye?
The bye.
Just aged myself.
Mm.
Wicked. Oh, thank you. But I wanted to talk about registering. So for that hearing. So Diane said, if you want to attend the hearing, you must register by Friday, September 5th.
Friday the 5th.
And it's on their link, which it's malegislature.com. I'll put it on. I'll post it on our Facebook page. Hold on.
Robin G will probably post it.
Robin G, yeah, maybe that would be awesome, Robin G, if you could do that. Oh, okay. So yeah, I saw another comment about registering as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Stop it.
Dennis, I gave you a hug the other day. You're looking for another one. I'll give it to you, but
So true though. I do. It's just like you guys, like I brighten up when I see you guys. It's awesome. Registering is for testifying in person or virtually. Okay. So if you want to, basically if you want to say something, you have to register, right?
yeah,
I think that's the
what it
case.
sounds like.
What's up, Jess? My oldest child.
The child. Would it be my oldest child? Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
so. Yeah, shit.
It's our oldest child.
All right, outstanding.
Oh, Robin G, what is it? Yeah, I should probably. I think I can do it from. Hold on, let me see if I can do this. It would be a miracle if I did, but
You can do it.
I don't think it will. Oh my
Place
god!
over there.
No way, dude. Oh, it's quite
messy as shit.
It's quite the link. Oh,
There.
oh, why is it doing it a million times?
There it went.
Oh boy.
Oh hell, we broke it now.
See,
that wasn't my fault. I didn't do it.
Yeah, the register link, Robin G. It's on our Facebook. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like the second one took. The other ones are just a bunch of the kids call it these days the gobbledygook.
I don't think they say that at all.
They don't say that.
I hope not.
Great googly moogly.
I don't know. All right, we'll get you that information
Yeah.
on the flip side.
Yeah, on the down low. Yeah, we'll take care of that shit. So,
Wait, it's still downloading.
oh, okay.
I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
Scott, hang in there, bud. We're almost
Alright.
there.
Hold up. Thinking.
Can't think, man. My finger hurts. Click the link to the Russian mafia, right, Rodney?
But don't click on it.
Yeah,
Don't click on it.
It should be fine, but unless you want to join the mafia.
Oh, Kurt Maxim, thank you very much for the $10 donation. It also said, hold on, it says you're doing great because you're good enough, you're smart enough, and God,
He's gosh down.
and gosh,
Yeah,
people like you.
yeah.
So that's what Kurt said. I'm sure that's a dive bar donation, so
Yeah.
that's what that's for.
Thank you, Dive Bar Peoples.
All right, you wanna? I don't want to like keep Scott waiting any longer because this is still like.
Yeah, still
Doing
thinking about stuff.
Well, I'm going to interrupt you guys while you're talking to play it, so
All right,
be
fair enough.
prepared. Okay. All right.
Well, let's bring Scott in then.
Okay. You want to bring Scotty on? You ready, Scott?
Yeah, Scott's like, I've been ready for half an
I
hour.
know. He's like, it's.
Love of God, you guys are freaking killing me. Invite me on, make me sit.
Wait, let me take this off first. Nope, I don't want to. Okay. Hi, Scott.
Hi guys.
What's up, brother?
Good. What's happening?
Not much. Not much. Actually, a lot is going on.
Yeah, it's so you caught us on a good week. If you caught the technical difficulties last week, we had Dennis and Brenda on, and
Oh my God.
the echo chamber was in full effect for a majority of the show. It was insane.
Happens.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they don't make the StreamYard and all this shit. They like none of the stuff's. We've been doing it for over a year now.
They don't make it very easy.
Well, they make upgrades too, and they don't tell anybody. It's like, oh shit.
And the upgrades aren't even really what
No.
I want.
No.
Like, stupid stuff.
It's like, we pay for this
You know,
shit.
it's even more difficult when you're winging it like me, and all I have is a link, and I don't have the app.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You know,
That's
if I'm at home,
Yeah.
I can see. I'm on the computer, but then I'm using my phone as my camera.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a ratchet setup here.
It's all you need. It's all you need.
Yeah. Exactly. So
That was interesting. You were talking about Erica Madden. I remember that
yeah.
night we were out there in front of the high school for the police audit, the special
Yeah.
town meeting.
Yep.
She was out
was
there with
crazy.
the pizza and hot chocolate and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't that the best? And she hung out with us the whole time. She stayed out there in the
Yeah.
freezing cold too. Yeah.
That was a cold one.
It was a cold one, remember?
Temperature wise and all the antis going in and out of the high school there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That was quite the evening.
Yeah. That was.
Remember the parking lot was so full, people were parking across the street.
Yeah.
I was working the corner at the entrance, and like Jim Ferris is walking by me, and
Yeah.
Well, like,
that was crazy.
first.
Yep.
Yeah, that was weird. And people driving by yelling stuff at us. And that was crazy.
Yeah.
But-
A lot of people.
Yeah, you
weren't
could feel the
happy.
tension in the air that night. That was
Oh,
crazy.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
But you got to figure. I mean, from my understanding, that was the biggest turnout for any election in the town. Period. So I mean that was good, and the fact that they won was good as well. But I just remember the whole fallout, and I remember John Conley standing up, pissed off
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
the,
he wanted like 3 recounts, and
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was chaotic, man. That was a wild.
that was
wild
nuts.
night.
That was nuts.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
I
it
mean,
took
I
them
had
to
no
take over
idea
the
what
year.
you were wanted to talk about.
Oh, well, we're just going to talk about anything.
Yeah, we're just gonna bring it on. We get some things, and you've been involved. You're involved in. You got your hands in a little of everything. So,
Wait, how was the party the other night? How was the fundraiser?
It was good. It was fun. I see Dana grabbed my picture and trolled me with it on the thumbnail.
Troll me with it. It's all your fault.
I'll
Dana.
tell you, man. Like, you know,
I
it's
had
funny
my
'cause
80s costume with the wig on and everything.
Yeah. And didn't someone win a contest for that? I think, was it?
I did.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
won.
yeah. I thought it was you.
yeah,
That's a great costume.
there you have it. Well, it's funny though.
The
'Cause-
funny thing is, you know, I went to high school 1979 and 1983. And
Yeah.
that look wasn't even in yet in the 80s. I never
True.
dressed like that.
It's so true. You guys were more like denim and concert t-shirts and like the, I don't know. We had it was later on where the big hair came in and the mullets, I think. No, mullets were,
Yeah, I don't think.
No, but Erica and Jay from Tastes Great Cakes put on a nice spread. It was fun.
awesome. Yeah, I heard it was really good. Turned out great. Good for them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where we want to go. You know, I was, watching the Proctor hearings last week.
Yeah.
You know,
talk about
he's
that.
in front of the Civil Service Commission, with his last gasp to try to get his job back.
Right.
It's hilarious. You know what I mean? Like DA Morrissey's hand-selected state police detective group has been decimated. Proctor's been fired.
Yep.
Gary Botanic rehomes. Tully allegedly rehomes. His office is a mess. You got these pending cases, the Walsh case, the King case. The feds were investigating Meatball. Proctor's been fired. These cases are still pending, and they had to so carefully fire Proctor. It's interesting. Governor Moore Healy, oh my God, Proctor, look at the horrible things that he said in trial one. We have to axe the guy, but we can't throw everybody else under the bus. So they're trying to make Proctor the fall guy, which I find interesting.
Well, what gets me is
Proctor's investigation was fine. So there's nothing to see here in Michael Morrissey's office. Everything's good. Proctor was just off the rails a little bit. We took care of it. We fired him. Everything's good. That's what, DA Morrissey wants the public to think, which is ridiculous.
Well, even like still, why would you want your job back after you just, they back the bus over you and then they, I mean, you deserve the bus back over you. You're a piece of garbage, but seriously, why would you want your job back?
If he gets his dishonorable discharge reversed, his firing reversed, it's basically a grab for his retirement. Be my guess. If he ever got reinstated, they're never gonna, were they gonna put him on a desk next to a, Gary Bukaki making paper clip chains, Framingham headquarters? Like, what are they gonna do? It's more of a money grab, to be honest.
For sure. He wants that pension.
Well, he's gonna be sitting around. They'll put him as give him a janitor job or something like that. He can just walk around, push a broom in the precinct, and
what's funny is the way they had to fire Proctor. They had to be so careful about it. They were hasty about firing him. Right after trial one, and he testified, and all those FBI procured texts came out. Obviously the state was embarrassed.
Yeah.
Maura Healy has to come to the microphones and say something.
Yeah.
And they slow walked his firing. They transferred him to the South Boston State Police Barracks, and then they suspended him. And then they finally had, the trial, I guess they call it. Dishonorable discharge resulted. They took forever, but they had to carefully craft how they fired him because they can't. Too many cases still ride on Proctor. You know what I mean?
Right.
They can't say, "Oh, all his investigations are tainted. They're all bad." That means DA Morrissey would have to crumple up several other cases that he's got ongoing right now. So they just fire him for the gross and lewd texts,
right?
And hope everybody just ignores the rest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we just it'll hopefully all go away if we just we get rid of him. But it just I mean the fact is he sent all those text messages to his superiors, and the fact that they did nothing and just went along with it and thought it was a big freaking joke to degrade this poor woman, it's unbelievable.
Some of them got slapped on the wrist and totally take a few days of vacation time
Yeah.
away from them.
Yeah.
Reassigned them, whatever that means.
Yeah,
So
right.
you have the state police detective groups that are like handpicked, hand selected by each DA. So they moved Tully from Michael Morrissey's office to Central, wherever that is.
right, yeah.
Central.
Yeah.
Buchanan took a bigger hit. They basically, he went all the way back to start. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they put him in Framingham headquarters until they send him to the Stockbridge barracks. I don't know what they do with him. The problem with these DA groups in Massachusetts is they have these in-house state police detectives, which I think is a big problem in Massachusetts. It's not just Norfolk County; it's at all the counties.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I agree.
It's inappropriate.
And you hear from other law enforcement, other people in the know in other states, they're like, "That's crazy." Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
DAs have these in-house, handpicked state police detectives.
Right.
It's too ripe for corruption. I remember early on in the chats, all YouTube shows, one of my favorite trolls, but he was in the know. People might remember Jonathan E. Rubin.
Mm.
John Rubin used
I
to be in
remember
the
that
chats
name,
all the time.
Yep.
And that guy knew a lot. He knew what he was talking about.
Yep.
I'd be saying something in chat like these state police CPAC groups, because that's what they used to be called. CPAC.
Right.
And he'd jump into a chat and say, "Oh, no, it's not CPAC anymore. It's state police detective units under the DA's office." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, but they were called CPAC for 30 years that I remember."
Right.
You know what I mean? But he knows a lot of details. And then he would say, "Well, these state police detectives aren't hand selected by the DAs. That's not how it works. The DAs are assigned these troopers. The DAs don't have any say in who their state police detectives are that are in-house with them." But if you look at, Morrissey's office, Fanning, Buchanan, Tully, Proctor, they're all local boys. They all had connections to Morrissey.
Oh, absolutely.
Their road to get to Morrissey's office might have been long and winding, but the only reason they ended up in Morrissey's office is because they knew Morrissey. Look at Proctor. What did he have, like 12 years in?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he's a state police detective working under Morrissey's roof.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Fanning
Who does
was
he
what?
have under his
Stoughton
roof
Police?
now, Scott?
I don't know what his current roster is. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Proctor's fired, Tully's reassigned to Central, Buchanan's at Framingham headquarters. Amongst his original gang there, I don't know who's left.
Okay. Yep.
I always joke that, Michael Morrissey's ship is a sinking one. It's a flame listing to starboard. People are jumping overboard. His public, press people jumped off overboard. His office is a mess.
Yep.
They just don't want to. The mainstream media is in, Morrissey's back pocket, if you ask me. I mean,
Well,
I took some notes for the show real quick. I write down notes to myself.
Awesome. Love that.
You realize Morrissey ran for office when he was 22 years old in 1976?
Did he really?
He was state rep from 1977 to 1992. And then he became a state senator until 2011, and then he won the seat in the DA's office in Norfolk County.
I didn't know he was a senator.
Yeah,
Morrissey was a state rep when I was seeing Star Wars for the 7th time in 1977.
Right? Think of it that way.
Wow.
Sheesh.
You know, and Morrissey was working, you know, in the State House since 1977. He knows all the players. You know, Billy Bulger was Senate President,
Wow.
1978 to 1996. You know, somebody like Michael Morrissey was, you know, rubbing elbows with him at cocktail parties. So Ted Kennedy was his buddy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Michael
He's one of
Morrissey was
them.
Michael Morrissey was having cocktails with Kitty Dukakis in the 70s.
Oh my God. Right?
Jesus.
So I mean, Morrissey's been around so long. He has
Yeah.
so much political clout. I mean, he's a true, you know, legend in Democratic politics in Massachusetts. Truly a legacy Democrat.
Yep.
You could argue he has more power than AG Andrea Campbell, Governor Maura Healey are babies in the political world compared to Michael Morrissey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no lie, right? Yeah, he's
You know, you know, Joe Moakley was a, you know, U.S. representative, 70s to 2001, and then they named the Moakley Federal Courthouse after him.
Yep.
I mean, to really understand somebody like Michael Morrissey, you have to understand his history, like where he came from, where he's been, who he knows, the connections he has. It's truly amazing. You know, when Billy Bulger was the Senate president, 78 to 1996.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the last couple of years, Billy Bulger was the Senate president. Whitey Bulger was on the lam running from the feds.
Yep. Didn't he have to resign though? After a while, they demoted him, and then he ended up resigning.
Well, they made him the UMass president. And
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Talk about a
Imagine
golden
that.
parachute.
I know.
You know, and then you look at, I mean, my view of Massachusetts government is going to be the most black-pilled thing you're going to hear from anybody. And then people get all mad, oh, why is he talking politics?
Yeah.
But, you know, just laying out some facts. And then you look at, you know, if you fast forward to the Karen Reed trial, you look at somebody like Judge Cannoni, another Quincy native who was, you know, friends, you know, with Michael Morrissey back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Bev graduates law school in 85, and then somebody like Morrissey has the political power, and then she's a, you know, instantly a public defender at Quincy District Court in 1995. She does like 24 years as a public defender. So, you know, her connections to a legacy politician like Michael Morrissey did her well. I mean, you know, when she became a district court judge in 2009 under the Deval Patrick administration, I guarantee you a legacy politician like Michael Morrissey was instrumental in that.
Yep.
You know, and then, you know, she's 24 years as a public defender. And actually, if you look at, you know, Beverly's history, background, she was very pro-defense. If you quickly scan her resume, she was well known as a public defender, defense attorney, defendant rights, whatever. And then, you know, she, you know, makes the district court bench in 2009 under the Deval Patrick administration. And, you know, Beverly normally is not so much a liberal activist judge, but very pro-defense. That's her background, 24 years as a public defender.
Yep.
And then, you know, just before Deval Patrick won 2 terms, and then on his way out, she went from the district court bench in Quincy in 2014, and that's when she made the Superior Court bench. So you look at how judges are appointed in Massachusetts,
Right.
it's all politics. You know, yeah, a lot of it goes by the resume. There's a judge selection committee that's supposedly bipartisan, and then a you know, sitting governor, will pick like their top candidates, and then it goes to the governor's council. So, Jonathan E. Rubin or these other people will say, oh, these judges just aren't handpicked via politics, but in reality they are.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But Bev, the craziest thing to see her in the Karen Reed trials is normally Bev is very pro-defendant. If you remember the Michael Chesna case,
Yep.
the officer killed by Emmanuel Lopes, the career criminal.
In Weymouth, yep.
Bev is normally very pro-defendant. She was all worried about Emmanuel Lopes getting a fair trial. She busted in the jury from Worcester for the first trial. She wanted to make sure that Emmanuel Lopes didn't have a tainted jury pool from Norfolk County. Drove the Chesna family nuts. She was telling the Chesna family they can't cry in court.
Right.
No, I know. She was brutal to them.
And that mistrial.
Then you fast forward to, 2023, when I'm meeting you guys for the first time in front of the courthouse.
That was
Aiden writes the story in April, and I read it, and as soon as I read it, I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
The shenanigans are afoot.
Yep.
Something's not right here at all.
Yep.
Exactly.
And that's when I started showing up in front of the court. I think it was July of 2023.
Yeah.
I think that last day we were up on the stairs.
Yeah.
You got kicked off after that.
Yep.
And then Karen Reed's defense team was trying to get her to recuse herself.
Yep.
They were bringing up her connections to, Bev's maiden name, Prescott. Her brother represented Chris Albert.
If you look at all that pretrial stuff, I mean, there was so much that happened.
So interesting.
It was unbelievable.
And then when Bev refused to recuse herself, what was that, August or September of that year?
It was like one of the first things they did.
I remember standing outside with you guys, and I'm saying, "No, we're in big trouble."
Yeah, it didn't look good at all.
Bev's staying on this, and we're in big trouble. We're going to be fighting uphill against her the whole time.
And it just got worse and worse and worse. It was like, when you think you can't be shocked, it was just expected at the end, just for her to just be so biased. It's crazy.
But
you don't even really care. You don't even care how a judge got to judgeship via the politics. Whether or not she's a liberal activist judge or a hang 'em high judge, once you have that robe and gavel, you're supposed to just be down the middle, put the politics aside, just rule on the rule of law.
Yep.
But from my pessimistic black-pilled point of view, Bev got a call from Cheesy Banana. And Meatball told her, Bev, you own this. You got to save my ass. That's how pessimistic I am about the whole thing.
Yep.
And maybe people that sat through both trials and saw how Bev acted in these trials might agree with me today, where they might not have agreed with me back in 2022.
Right, exactly. But you look at what she did back then. I mean, even throughout both trials and the whole time. I mean, she instantly hated Alan Jackson.
Yeah, and she
didn't hide it.
Yeah, it was obvious what she was doing. She just wasn't allowing the defense to defend.
Right.
Yeah. Sick.
I mean, you can get obviously we were free Karen Reed, so any decision Bev made that wasn't going our way, we're gonna say, oh, this judge is crooked or whatever. I don't think it was that bad, but there was plenty of times.
But to not have an evidentiary hearing, though,
I thought she was clearly biased.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's they need to revisit the way these people are, brought in the way that they, I mean, she won, what'd she win, that award, Judge of the Year or some shit? It's
this was all going on.
You gotta be shitting me.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was insanity.
It just goes to show you, if you're compliant, you win awards and you get recognized.
I mean, if you took the Karen Reed trials and put them aside and then looked at Bev's career as a whole, especially since she's been a judge. You know, this was her worst performance ever. And
Right.
I don't know why. Because she was trying to save Meatball Morrissey's office because she owes him everything. I don't know why she was acting that way.
Right.
Crazy. I mean, even in trial one, when the inverted Sallyport video was produced all of a sudden,
Yeah.
way past discovery,
And nobody says anything.
Yep.
a judge like her could have dismissed the case with prejudice right there and then. She could have thrown it out.
Yeah. But she didn't.
I mean, you look at some of the decisions she made in these trials, and you're just shaking your head, like, really, Bev? Like, what are you
Mhm.
doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. She
Obviously, thank God, it worked out.
Finally.
But talk about fighting
Yeah.
uphill the whole way.
I mean, look at like what if we went to trial number 2 and Hank Brennan wasn't involved and we had Lally again? You know, what would have been the dynamic of the trial number 2? You know, holy shit, Lally was.
I
So
mean, it's been
painful.
speculated that nobody in D.A. Morrissey's office was left that was willing to prosecute Karen Reed in trial 2.
Right.
That's never been confirmed or denied.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case.
I don't know. Maybe Morrissey thought that, Hank Brennan was his, last great hope.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's no reason for Morrissey to hire an independent prosecutor. He wasn't conflicted in the Karen Reed prosecution.
Hmm.
Morrissey has to hire an independent prosecutor in the persecution of Turtle Boy, Kenneth Mello, and then later, Robert Cosgrove.
Right.
But that's a joke too, because that just insulates Morrissey from, direct contact, with, the prosecution of, Aiden Kearney.
Mm-hmm.
But we all know that Meatball is like behind the scenes pulling all the strings anyways.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Whatever happened to Ken Mello?
I mean, the independent prosecutor thing is simply a laughable ruse. It's really not independent.
No, absolutely not. Yeah.
If you look at the setup of Turtle Boy, that's a whole other story. When you look at how basically Turtle Boy is a whistleblower of corruption in Massachusetts, and they hate him. They hated Turtle Boy before he broke story 1 in April of 2023 in the Karen Reed case. They already hated Turtle Boy.
Yep. Yep.
And Turtle Boy blew this thing wide open. Love him or hate him, I don't think I would have been in front of the court in July of 2023 if it wasn't for Turtle Boy breaking this story.
Yeah, none of us would.
Maybe by the middle of trial 1 or by
Maybe,
trial
yeah.
2,
Hmm.
after people watched the first trial and learned about the case. But back then, the original OGs were out there because of Turtle Boy.
Yep,
Yep.
exactly.
And Morrissey hated it. It ruins his politics. He couldn't stand us out there holding signs. Because, a career politician like Michael Morrissey, it's all about the look.
Hmm.
It's all about his next election. It's all about donations to his war chest.
Yeah, it's all about perception, you know.
You know that went up Morrissey's ass to see us out there with signs.
Well, that's why he tried so hard to prevent us from doing it. At first, they were like, get off the stairs. And we were like, wait, what? Well, we can't stand on the stairs. And then the whole buffer zone bullshit started. They tried very hard to get us away from that building. And
then again, this
ultimately
plausible
did.
deniability, when the state filed that first motion for the buffer zone, it was to give Karen Reed a fair trial, not to taint the jury.
Right.
Yeah.
We all know that was bullshit.
Absolutely.
Michael Morrissey hates mainstream media news showing us all out there with signs.
Mm-hmm.
It ruins his political career.
Yep.
He hates it.
Especially when we show up at his office.
I know.
Yeah, that was good last week. What was that? Protest number 15 in front of Morrissey's office, marching around the building.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I've been to 14 of them.
Yeah, we went to quite a few of them. We missed a handful of Sandra ones though. The big one, the first Stronger Together, I think we missed it. Or did you go?
No, we were there.
I wasn't there.
Yeah,
Yeah, you were
I
there.
was there.
Oh yeah, 'cause you took over for Dina, huh?
Yeah.
Dina was there, and then. Oh, speaking of which,
I
for
suppose some
Dina,
people are driving by like, really? You know, Karen Reed case is over.
I know, they don't get it.
Why are you people still out there? Why are we at Legacy Place every Sunday morning?
yeah, I had that woman.
Why
I
are we
had that
marching
woman 2
around
weeks ago.
Meatball's office?
Yeah, I had that woman like 2 weeks ago, like approach me at Legacy Place, like, "Why are you guys like the case is over? What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Well, you see the signs? John O'Keefe, he didn't get justice and whatever." And I'm like, "No, he didn't. Karen got justice that she needed, and John needs to get the justice that's due to him, and that's it. She didn't
Yeah,
get
like,
it.
hello.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, there's crop killers running around.
right.
That's why we're still out here.
Exactly.
For years.
Exactly.
And we look at the Birchmore case and how long Farrell was running around on the street after, taking her life.
Well, that's what last week was, the 1 year
Right.
anniversary of
Yeah.
former Stoughton cop Matthew Farwell being arrested by the feds after D.A. Morrissey's crack squad of detectives let him walk the streets for 3.5 years.
Mm-hmm. Unbelievable.
But some people just don't pay attention to politics. They don't pay attention. I don't know.
But I mean, I'm gonna admit I'm guilty of it as well. Up until the past few years, it's been eye opening to say, holy shit, there's a lot going on. And maybe not every single bit of it concerns me. Different cases or political views or whatever the case is. Not everything concerns me to the point where feel like I need to be involved. But what's going on here with all this right now? I have no choice but to be involved. This is insane.
I mean, I don't know how people aren't outraged at Michael Morrissey's office.
Right.
I mean, I sarcastically joke, in front of the news cameras or whatever. I go, Michael Morrissey has bodies piling up in his county, and there's like nothing happening.
Right.
It's like, okay, we lost. Karen Reed was acquitted. Everybody go home. Well,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Aren't we going to try to find who killed Officer John O'Keefe?
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as they're concerned, they're like, well, I guess it's all over. It's like, no, it's not. It's not even close.
Andrea Campbell going to bother charging Matthew Farwell with a state charge of murdering Sandra Birchmore and her unborn child?
Right. Somebody's going to do something.
Laura Healy's busy fighting Orange Man and passing her next pet protection bill.
Looking out for herself.
Okay, Maura, what time is it? Like, what are you doing?
Yep.
Yeah, I want to, speaking of marching around Morrissey's place, I wanted to play this little clip. I really wish we could name these differently so I could freaking find this shit.
You can name them differently.
Well, I mean, like, there we go. That's why it's at the bottom. All right. Yeah, so last Thursday again was the Sandra standout at Morrissey's office, and this was part of the Meatball March, and I just thought it was fantastic. I love the fact that Dina typically MCs these when they march around. She got the megaphone, but Kurt did well, and Kurt did great, and again, thank you again too for jumping on. Kurt had to break away, so as always, you're always there, Scott. So we appreciate you. So yeah, check this out.
Justice for Sandra! Justice for Sandra! Justice for Sandra! Meatball gotta go! Meatball gotta go! And we'll do one for Dina. One for Dina, because she can't be here. Resign, you fat shit! Resign, you fat shit! That one's for Dina! Resign, you fat shit! Fat shit! Meatball gotta go!
Yeah, it was for Dina.
That was for Dina.
That was for Kurt.
That was fantastic. Yeah, Well, Dina did that one time.
Oh my
Like,
God, it was
she yelled
awesome.
through the megaphone. She called him a fat shit or something. I
That
was like,
was
oh my God.
beautiful.
But
I don't even think Meatball was there. He probably started his holiday weekend early. He was down in Marina
oh
Bay in
yeah,
Quincy.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
He
He's
made
down
he
there.
made the great escape.
He's on the boat.
But yeah, speaking of Dina, so shout out to her. Prayers to Dina and her mom is going in for yet another surgery. Dina's away in Florida, so yeah. So everybody share love and prayers to Dina and her mom. And Dina, if you're watching, well, I'm sure you're not watching now, but if you catch this later on, trying to reset yourself after a crazy day, reach out as always.
We love you.
We love you.
Real quick, Tina, thank you for the $10. Let me see if there was a message. Now I lost it. Never mind. Just talk amongst yourselves. No, just a happy face. Just a smiley face.
Yep.
Thank you, Tina. You're the
Thanks,
best.
Tina. But
Well, I hope Meatball doesn't run again next year.
He will.
I mean, he's 71.
Yeah. Wow. I bet he will. Just because. Because he.
Well, what they say is approval ratings like 4%.
Oh, really? Why do you think no one's gone up against him in all these years, Scotty? Do you think that was?
There's a couple Democrats, the Juna Perkins.
No, like before that, before this.
I was looking at the voting record history. There was an independent that ran against him, not last time, but the time before.
Oh, really?
He took a good chunk of votes, but when you're up against a legacy like Michael Morrissey, it's tough. He has a huge war chest.
Oh yeah,
it's sad, but it's really hard for an outsider to take a seat like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's already set up. He's already set up to do what he does, and they know they can trust him to do bad things.
I mean, okay, so a Republican probably has no shot. So say you're gonna have like a Juna Perkins or somebody like her. He needs to be more vocal out there to, fire up the vote. But the problem is she's a Democrat too, so she can't step on her own party. It gets complicated. But even if Morrissey runs, I think unless the vote gets split several ways, I mean, I don't think he holds the seat, or he just walks away into the sunset down in Marina Bay in Quincy.
Right.
And just dumps his war chest into the DNC or wherever it goes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, he had that big fundraiser at in Quincy last fall, right? And he raised a shit ton of money. So
yeah, we protested at that one too.
We did. That was awesome. That was like a year ago. I mean, 2 years ago, like last week or something like that. Because I shared it on Facebook. But yeah, he didn't have one this year, right? Unless he's got one planned, which I don't think.
I mean, he's not even going to the microphones anymore.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
We haven't heard
even if there's a major thing in Norfolk County, he's like in hiding,
Yeah.
I mean, after the hostage tape in, what was that, August of 2023?
Yep.
Yeah.
You kind of haven't seen much of him. And then, last year, a week ago, Matthew Falwell was arrested. That's a big, black eye on his office.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean, he doesn't really have much to say. So you don't see much of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes on marches and parades and things that's like,
Yeah, that's just
shaking hands and
politics
kissing
101.
Yep.
Literally going through the motions crap.
Yep. All he's doing is he's going to the parade so he can get to the pub afterwards.
Yeah.
Doing
his thing.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame, man. It's like, but he's not the only one. I mean, this is the way the politics work all around, and it's a scary thing, and like you saying earlier, people need to kind of open their eyes and see what the hell is going on. You can't live under a rock forever. It's like, status quo is this is fine. It's like, well, it's time to be a little more vocal about things.
Well, I think this whole Karen Reed thing and people becoming aware of their local politics, like the Canton Select Board, and
Mhm.
voting for the police audit, and people looking at like the power that DAs have in Massachusetts, and learning that they have these in-house state police detective groups. A lot of people in the public have been educated, into the big picture of how the machine works. You know what I
Right.
mean? So,
Right.
most people when they go to vote, whether it's a presidential election or not, they're voting for, state rep, state senator, possibly president, whatever. And when it comes down to the DA, yeah, whatever. Morrissey's been in there forever. Okay, that's cool. He's a Democrat if you're a Democrat voter.
Right.
And he just gets rubber stamped in, because a lot of people don't really think about their DAs that much. They just figure, hey, they're, fighting the good fight. They're, locking up the criminals, and they, until you see one go off the rails like Morrissey and it all goes bad,
Yep.
then all of a sudden you're like, oh, wow, these DAs have a lot of power. They have in-house
Yeah.
state police detective groups, and they have the mainstream media in their back pocket for all the propaganda. They have no oversight.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I mean, who does Morrissey answer to?
Yeah.
Right.
There's no accountability.
The Attorney General's office, the governor.
Yeah.
They
I
can't
suppose on
investigate
paper,
themselves.
like,
Yeah.
but they become like these rogue entities that are like unstoppable, and they have their own little army, their own little state police detective group. It's kind of scary if one of them goes off the rails and goes rogue.
Yeah.
And back to my black-pilled view of things, I look at somebody like Morrissey as gone rogue. Like, he's out of control.
Oh yeah.
His army's taking a few hits. He lost Proctor. A couple guys rehomed, but he's still in power. He still has bodies piled up in his county, and he has no repercussions from what I
Yeah.
can see.
Yep.
Other than public outrage, other than marching around his office, other than contacting the Attorney General's office or the governor's office, you're kind of screaming in a closet, as Melanie Little would say. It's frustrating.
Yep.
Scott and Jack.
That's up here.
Oh.
Right there.
Oh. Yeah. So speaking of Proctor again, right? So let me ask you about this picture. This has been circulating. I love this. This makes me
One of our favorite
yeah,
pictures.
it really is. Right?
Look at you guys.
Jack and I out there.
I think that's fantastic.
And Sean, and like Channel 5's there, and
Yeah.
I'm sure there were more mics in front of you. I love it. You guys are just standing there like, yeah,
Yeah.
Proctor,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know who we are.
Yeah, you know who we are.
Turtle Boy
right.
was there too. Turtle Boy
Was he?
followed Proctor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
You remember the Carl Dougal in the rain following him out
Oh.
that one day?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That was like pre-trial stuff.
That was pre-trial.
Yeah.
Aiden's toned it down a little bit for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But he still followed. He even got Proctor's attorney to answer a few questions. But
Yeah. He stopped and actually
Aiden
talked
certainly
to him.
isn't with a bullhorn in Proctor's face right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, and Aiden even admitted it. He goes, "Yeah, that's kind of been, the chilling effects. He's afraid to be full out Turtle Boy,
Yeah.
which you
That's
can't
a
blame
shame.
him."
It's tough, they've they have the power. They can do whatever the hell they want to do and get away with it. They may be held accountable at some point, but the DA's office, the state police, they do whatever the hell they want to until they get their feet held to the fire.
I think what really would screw up these DAs, if you took all their state police detective groups and just played musical chairs with them and just like take all the guys out of Norfolk County and put them in like Berkshire County,
Right, yeah.
and then take all the Berkshire County DA's state police detectives and put them in Morrissey's office starting next Monday.
Yeah, it's time to rotate.
Morrissey would come in and be like, "Who the hell are these guys?" And he'd screw them all up. But that's the problem with having these in-house state police detective groups working under the DA's office.
Yep.
It's how they're amassed and how they become the work under that DA,
Mm-hmm.
where they're just fiercely loyal troops to the DA. I mean, we even got reports that, Michael Morrissey's state police detectives were donating to his campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
And I don't know how that's not a violation of some kind of state ethics law or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just how the system is. And
Yeah. We love you, boss. We'll donate to you. Mhm.
crazy.
Yep. Keep us employed and safe.
I mean, some states like Georgia, they have like the GBI, Georgia Bureau of Investigation.
Right.
It's like a separate higher above the DAs. The problem with Massachusetts is you have the DAs with their state police detective groups in-house, and there's nobody above them.
Right. So it's kind of like an internal affairs
Well,
thing.
it probably is, like the Attorney General probably has like state police detectives that are like technically above the DA detective groups on paper.
Yeah, but no one's watching
I
them.
don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it. Seems like these DAs, once they have their state police detective groups in-house, they're their own personal rogue army. They have no oversight.
Well, clearly, I mean, look at Bukkake going to people's houses trying to, intimidate them, and and people say, "Get the hell off my property." That one woman in
Yeah,
Rockwell,
that was
she was
awesome.
amazing.
She's like, have fun.
Well,
in
that's the
prison.
scary part. If you look at Michael Morrissey, right, he's out to get Turtle Boy. So the very state police detectives that Turtle Boy is writing about as being corrupt, Tully, Kinnick, and all them,
Mm-hmm.
even though those state police detectives work under Morrissey's office in Norfolk County, they're still state police.
Right.
So he sent those guys all the way from Canton to Holden, which is Worcester County,
Yeah.
to arrest Turtle Boy.
Yep.
We even heard rumors that the Holden State Police Barracks out of Worcester County had no idea
Yeah, they didn't even know.
Mm-hmm.
They
that
weren't even
Michael
outside.
Morrissey's goon squad was in town.
Yeah,
Right.
no idea.
And
They think
how
they
that
can
isn't
do
a
whatever they
conflict
want.
of interest with the very state troopers you're writing about as being corrupt are the
Mhm.
very same officers serving the search warrants and arresting you. It's insane.
Mhm.
Yeah, the whole thing is it's so broken. It needs to be fixed, and it just there's no light at the end of the tunnel yet. But again, I think that we're collectively as a group, the movement. I mean, we're making noise, and things are changing, but we need more. We need something else. We need something to give. We need someone to roll on somebody or whatever, whatever the case may be is, someone's going to come clean and say, "Hey, this is messed up." And, I'm sorry, I'm a part of it.
I mean, I think we're doing as much as we can. Maybe not enough. I don't know.
I think we're doing as much as we can, but it's like we need more people. We need more
Mhm.
people.
Well, it's like, like we look at like Victoria. Like I always say, go back to like the next generation, right? They're the next ones up. We're fighting for them. We're fighting for our kids, that type of a thing. And if they aren't willing to, get involved now, by the time, time goes on, everything we've done is for
They gotta
naught.
keep it
They
going,
gotta
yeah.
keep it going. And they don't see it, they don't. So I think they're opening their eyes. It's a different generation, that's for sure. But I don't know. I hope there's just more activity. I asked Victoria that, like, why are more people you're in that age group not involved? And she didn't really have a good answer. I don't remember. It was more they got better things to do.
Yeah, they're in school
so
and
they are in
stuff.
school and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, I believe like Turtle Boy breaking the corruption in the Karen Reed case, and the free Karen Reed movement being loud and proud out there, has made a huge difference. But
Oh,
as we
sure.
found out, pre-trial one and Karen Reed, the feds have been in town. They've been investigating D.A. Morrissey. And some of us theorized they were in town a year before Officer John O'Keefe was staged on the lawn at 34 Fairview. They might have already been investigating Sandra Birchmore or some of the other shady doings in Norfolk County. So that all that information, got injected pre-trial one by U.S. Attorney Joshua Levy because he had to under TUI rules.
Yep.
The 3,100 pages of TUI. I mean, that's where all the texts came from Proctor, and finding out that, Brian Higgins and Brian Albert, destroyed their phones on a Naval Air Station base.
Yeah.
None of that information would have ever came out if the feds weren't forced to hand over that TUI. Basically, the feds got Proctor fired, if you really think about it.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
True.
Yeah.
True.
And obviously, it was instrumental in, Karen Reed being acquitted, the ACA guys and all that stuff. But it is kind of disappointing, when you get, these reports that the feds have, given up and, walked away.
Yeah.
But then last year they hurry up and arrest former Stoughton cop Matthew Farwell for the murder of Sandra Birchmore and her unborn child, because the Birchmore estate's filing a civil suit, which requires a discovery that's going to unveil some more of the federal investigation. So U.S. Attorney Joshua Levy last year was like, "Oh, we got to hurry up and at least arrest Farwell right now."
Right. Right.
And they've been hiding him in a federal jail cell. He hasn't even appeared in court yet.
Yep. Yep.
And he's back doing October 6th or whatever his next court date is. And it's almost like they've been slow walking that, because when the trial of Matthew Farwell gets underway, it's going to expose even more of the corruption in Morrissey's office. Garino hiding 3,200 texts and all the shenanigans out of Morrissey's office that even let Matthew Farwell walk for 3.5 years.
Yeah.
I think that trial, even though it's not going to be televised because it's federal,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
that trial is just going to prove more of the corruption in Morrissey's office. I mean, obviously, Sandra Birchmore was murdered. She didn't kill herself.
Right.
If Matthew Farwell was a civilian, he would have been arrested like within 24 hours. It's quite clear from the surveillance video that he's the one that saw her last alive. But because he was a cop and connected to Morrissey and the state police detectives, oh, it's a suicide. Nothing to see here, folks. Move on.
Exactly.
And Morrissey's still standing by that.
Yep.
Oh, Sandra Birchmore is a suicide. What?
Yeah. Yeah. He's out of his mind. So
but what worries me is like the feds had this dragnet dragged around Norfolk County, and the dragnet was so full, the feds were like, "Oh crap! Like we have to arrest multiple cops, a DA, a judge."
Yeah. Yeah.
And in my black-pilled sarcastic view of it, they just cut the line, because otherwise they need buses to round up everybody.
Yeah.
No, we arrested Matthew Farwell. That's good enough. And we injected 3,100 pages of TUI into the Karen Reed trial after we begged Morrissey to stop it, knock it off. And, Karen Reed, thank God, was acquitted. Are the feds done? They're never going to say they're done.
Right.
But for propaganda purposes, D.A. Morrissey and, Helena Crashfitty Rafferty are saying the feds have left town.
Well, yeah, she'll tell you that it's the investigation's over.
So I don't know. Peter Murphy is my ray of hope.
I know, right?
Because he's the one saying, "Oh no, the feds are gonna do
Yeah.
something here," and I've already been like, "Yeah, I think they gave up." I don't know. I hope not.
Yeah. When it happens, it happens. And...
I'll pull up Peter then.
Oh, hold on. We got one thing here.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So speaking of Peter, he's gonna come on next week, barring any technical difficulties and technical issues with Peter, and
Yeah.
So we'll have Dennis on standby. He'll come on and he'll take care of it. Between the two of them, we'll get something done.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking forward to having him on. But again, like you say, I mean, he's the kind of the glimmer of hope. He's the one keeping us
positive and informed.
Yeah.
Cautiously optimistic.
Yeah. Well done. Thank you.
Thank
That was
you.
everything I was trying to say.
Yeah. Oh, he was just on Billy Bush. Oh, yeah. They get along great. It's funny.
Yeah, I like Billy Bush's show.
Yeah, they're funny. I'm glad he's so into it. I had no idea Billy Bush was into it. That's great. What else,
Yeah,
Scotty? What
I
else
got
is on
nothing
your
else to
list?
talk about. I know the Jigga case that JFK and James Jackson have been covering.
Oh, yeah?
That's interesting to see some of that.
What's it called?
Gigalotti, the positional asphyxia case.
Francis. Yep. That was the Haverhill guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, that's like going on? Like,
No,
or they're just covering it?
they're just covering it.
All
There's
right.
a lot
There's nothing
of
going on.
yeah, there's a lot of uproar about that.
I'm
at this
sure.
stage,
I'm
so.
sure there is.
And
As
that's
it should be.
and that's Suffolk County, right?
I think it's Essex.
Oh, is it Essex? Okay, I thought it was Suffolk.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, the shit's everywhere, and the way these. I mean, you look at Just en Route, the way he was handled. You look at, Francis Gigliotti, right? The same thing. It doesn't make sense the way that these people are being treated. Justin was in a massive car wreck after being shot and bleeding out, and he gets out of the car, and what happens? He doesn't have a weapon, and he's shot 30 plus times. It's insane. And then this guy is in Haverhill, and he's having a whatever is a mental thing. They said he was on drugs. I don't know what the truth is behind all that. It doesn't make a difference.
It doesn't make a difference.
You can detain this guy without having to brutalize him and make him stop breathing.
Yep.
It's insane.
They need to change their ways.
No, I mean, I chimed in a few times on the JFK show and chat or whatever, and and in my professional opinion, it looked clearly to be positional asphyxia. There's 6-7 officers. Chigolotti's prone face down, and they're all on top of him. I mean, if you look up DOJ guidelines regarding the prohibition of positional asphyxia, they did everything wrong.
Yeah.
Maximal prone restraint, face down. You're supposed to change the subject's arrestee's position. You're not supposed to stay on top of them.
Right.
Avoid compressing the body. You're supposed to communicate with each other as a team, or there should be a supervisor saying, "Hey guys, let them up, roll them on the side." And if you watch the video that JFK is shown on the show, it's pretty clear that they did everything wrong when it comes to preventing positional asphyxia, in my opinion. So,
and that's the thing, though. That's what kills me.
I want to say mid-90s they started training law enforcement. It was part of my training for half my career.
Was it?
Yeah. Don't ever do this.
Right.
And so you make sure you get off the back. Roll them on their side.
And they're always talking about their adrenaline level. It's like, well, then maybe you shouldn't be a cop. I get that there's adrenaline, but you need to learn how to manage it, especially in a situation like that. I've never experienced, chasing someone down or anything like that, but I don't know. I think that
Well,
should
I
be
mean,
part of
you
their
know,
training. So
99%
it's second
of the
nature.
time when I was involved in it, it was inside the prison setting. But you're still taking down somebody armed or unarmed or, you know, involved in an altercation,
Yeah, you still have
you
to
know, and
follow protocol.
but you usually have like a area supervisor, sergeant, lieutenant.
Yeah.
You know, if there's officers that have taken down somebody, you always have that voice of reason behind you or off to the side.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
hey guys, he's not armed.
But in this
Cuff him up,
case,
get him on his side, get off his back. You know, and when I look at the Jigga videos, he wasn't armed. He wasn't a threat to the public.
right.
You know, one of those officers, you know, needed to communicate, say, hey, you know, get him on his side. Some of you get off him.
Yeah.
If he's not armed and an immediate threat to the public, even if he got up and squirmed away again, so what?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But the fact of the
going
matter
anywhere.
is that the civilians that were witnessing this whole thing, they were trying to be the voices of reason. Like, listen, you guys got him down. You don't need to. You're like, you know, the guy's yelling for help. You know, get off me. You know, leave me alone. Help, help, help. It's, you know, like, come on, really? Isn't that enough to kind of de-escalate the situation a little bit? The guy wasn't moving. You had, you know, 7 officers on top of him. He's not going anywhere. I mean, he was, you know, there was a walkway in
Yeah, it was
like
close
yeah, it was like a gate, like a railing type of thing. I mean, he was, you know, he was confined. You know, where was he truly going to go? You know, I mean, again, you know, like Tracy said, like, I'm not a cop. I've not been in this situation. And I give cops all the credit in the world that they have to do that type of a thing. But within the boundaries of what they signed up for. You don't go on there and just be like, you know what, I have little man syndrome growing up and people used to brutalize me. Now I'm a cop and, you know, when people are, you know, fighting back against me, I'm going to beat the hell out of them. It's like, you can't do that.
But like Scott said, there should have been one person. Not only should there have been one person, everybody should have had that reaction. All right, let's get him on his side. You know, like that's what everyone, that's what you're supposed to do.
It's like if you're in a fist fight with somebody and you're just beating the hell out of them and they're on the ground and they're just defenseless now and you're still beating the hell out of them, you're going to expect that someone's going to come over and be like, dude,
yeah,
that's enough.
Exactly,
Like, you know, that I don't see that. I don't see that happening. It's horrible.
Yeah, they just go along.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know like who was there for rank wise, or if there was like a patrol supervisor, or even the most senior officer there. Say they're all the same rank. You know, if I see any failings in what they did there, you know, just like I said in the federal guidelines, communication. If there's no supervisory control, it's communication.
Right.
But somebody in that group needed to be the voice of reason, get past the adrenaline, get past the moment.
Yep.
Say, hey, some of you get off. You know, get him on a side at least.
Right.
You know, if he's still struggling, if he's high, if he's, you know, having a mental episode, whatever. But you can't just sit on him like that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's where it went bad, in my opinion.
Yep.
Yeah, it's horrible. It really, truly is. I mean, it's a, you know, you know, you get in situations and adrenaline, you know, gets going and can get the best of you. You know, you kind of almost get to that blackout stage when your adrenaline's going. But again, like you say, I mean, there were 7 cops there at the very least, and one of them was higher ranked than the next, right? So you got to figure, no matter
you would think a lot of averages, you know, one of them was a sergeant or maybe even
right. That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what
patrol supervisor was there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just know in the prison setting that would never happen.
Yeah.
They would be
control type of setting. Yeah.
Well, you're doing it more often, I suppose, in the prison setting.
That's
you know, I don't know how busy that town is or how often they're like taking down a suspect like that.
Right.
That's not resistant to what they're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, not that you want to see, you know, officers get in trouble like that, but
no,
I don't know.
And
I
sometimes
just,
it's, you know,
when you watch all the videos, I'm looking at it from my point of view, just shaking my head like,
Mhm.
you know.
Again, there's isolated incidents and things happen, and you know, you hear about them, and but you know the way things are these days, especially with what happened with the Karen Reed case and the Mass State Police and Norfolk County DA's office, every institution now is under a microscope in the public eye, right? Wouldn't you like think you'd want to try to instill better practices in the people that are out there patrolling the streets? I mean, you see, like, TV and real life aren't, obviously the same thing. I'm sure they don't have like, whatever that show is, and they all sit down and here's my meeting of the day. Okay, go out and get them, guys. Whatever.
Roll call.
Roll call every morning, that type of shit. I'm sure it doesn't happen like that. Maybe it does. I don't know. We'll talk about it with Peter next week. But, my point is they have opportunities to sit down with these people and say, listen, people are watching us. We need to do better, period. And it doesn't seem like it's happening. Those conversations don't seem like they're being had.
Well, the new state police guy's trying to, make things better. What are they talking about? New training?
Oh, Geoffrey Noble.
Geoffrey, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
And the Canton police are, that new chief, the intern chief is, I don't know. I'm wishful thinking. I know.
Yeah, I mean the feedback from about Perkins and the interim chief is, it seems like it's pretty good. He's trying to, make a difference while he's there. But again, who's going to come in and take that seat permanently is a whole different story. But I guess I've heard that he's not. I mean, in comparison to what they had, this guy's doing all right. But
Noble,
Noble,
for somebody like him to step in, as interim chief in a town like that.
Right, and he was retired.
I mean, if he knows he's not there for the long term, like what kind of change is he really going to make? I don't know.
Right. Like I say, he was retired as well. He retired Middleborough, police chief, and then he goes over there and comes out of retirement and, takes over as the interim police chief. It's, that's a task that nobody would want to take on. You would think, right? I'm like, I wouldn't want to be in that situation. Like, hey, you're the new police chief.
Kind of mirrors what Maura Healey did by bringing in, the guy from New Jersey to head the state police.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Jeffrey Noble. He's the same thing.
It's a lot to be this outsider coming in, and now you're like the top.
I'd take advantage of it. I'd be like, listen.
It's tough if you're not within the system to just come in and take a top office somewhere and get the feel for what's going on and know everything. It's
no.
We'll see.
It's not an envious position to get into, that's for sure.
Mm.
But again, Noble came in and started, what are we going to do about Enrique? And, we're going to change the training program. It's like, yeah, but you know what? Next week is Enrique's 1 year anniversary of his passing, and the family still has no answers. So changing the program, which they've basically phased out at this stage, the boxing, that thing is not active anymore. But what are they going to do? They got to do something aside from saying, okay, we're not going to box.
DA Joe Early recused himself pretty quick. But you can criticize that guy all you want, especially when he dragged the family out there.
Yeah.
For that very uncomfortable press conference.
That was horrible.
That was terrible.
And you could tell it was just so staged. And
they were
taking advantage of that poor family.
They were freaking mortified. It was terrible.
But I mean, he recused his office for a couple of reasons. Obviously, Enrique had worked in the Worcester County DA's office.
Mm-hmm.
But also, the Braintree State Police Academy is in Worcester County. So it's kind of odd to have the Worcester County DA's State Police Detective Group, just like Norfolk County, or all the counties, investigating State Police Training Academy in Worcester County. It's like kind of like a conflict of interest right there.
Right, exactly.
Never mind Enrique's previous employment in the Worcester County DA's office.
Mhm.
So they hired that Meyer guy, and if you on paper, it's a pretty stellar independent group, including a couple ex-Fed people. You know, on paper, it looks like a very solid, independent investigative group.
Yep.
And I can remember almost a year ago now that Meyer had said this investigation, if we do it, thoroughly through and through, could take a year before we have results.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody's frustrated, for the family, and everybody wants the whole thing to come out. We're starting to see a little bit, something about the autopsy had been released, and we're getting close to that year now.
Yep.
So I think you're going to start seeing something on that, I hope. I mean, they can't, have this investigation go forever.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Even if you give them the year that Meyer had originally said.
Well, didn't they go to a grand jury in April for Enrique? I thought I heard something about that. Maybe I'm Maybe I'm.
That's a rumor that's out there, neither
Okay,
confirmed
all
or denied by anybody.
Yeah.
It's saying it's, grand jury indictments. I mean, grand jury going on is possible, but that's a secret procedure we wouldn't know about anyways, unless you had some
Yep.
inside info.
Right. Yeah, look at Robin G. Look at the Adelson case. That's
I
a
know.
shit show
That
in
is a
itself.
shit show.
Jesus, good God.
But look how long it took them, you
Yeah.
know?
Yep.
But,
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah,
all
man.
right, Scotty. Well, we appreciate you coming on. You're always just like a wealth of information, and we love hanging out with you. It's great.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate it. We'll see you at the next event.
Yes.
Whatever that may be, will be soon, I'm sure. Last weekend was the good day with the legacy, and then the little after cookout. That was a good time.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. So fantastic.
All right, Scotty.
All right.
We'll see
All
you
right,
when we
everybody.
see you.
Be
Thank
well,
you.
man. We'll talk soon.
Bye. I do have Scott's. I have the video up that I made for Scott, but I didn't want to play it. I didn't want to embarrass him while we just all sat here and watched it. So I'll play it at the end.
All right, fair enough.
Before we go. So what do we want to cover before we go? Actually,
Just run down the.
I would
we
like
can go over that.
to
I'm sorry.
do what?
No, I'm sorry.
What? Sure.
No, I was just talking about we should. There's one to talk about that didn't happen.
Oh, we can play it.
No,
Okay. Yeah, so the run for Conrad is what date was that? I don't even like see. Hold on. September 13th, 9 a.m. in New Haven. I actually saw a comment today that Carol and Kevin will be running. So
that's awesome.
yeah, so
Good,
awesome.
good for them.
Yeah, I love that. Great support.
Yep. But that's an important thing, I mean, that whole law is, if you know about that story where, he was basically
coerced
by his, would-be girlfriend, to take his life, his own life, and it was horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible. The text messages are just disgusting. But this month is suicide prevention month, so. I think that's why they do it this month. So yeah.
But yeah, it's in.
Just want to, make everyone aware. That's all. What else? Let's see. We always like leave and then we're like, oh, we forgot to mention that. Forgot to mention that.
Yeah. No, we mentioned Sandra Crispo. We mentioned Enrique. Put it on the bottom. I thought I had something else down there that I didn't.
In Eddie.
Oh yeah, so this is so David Nettie posted something, and I typically don't go on Twitter because I freaking hate it. So I go in, and whatever the first thing that pops up is, if it's something that interests me, then I'll look at it real quick. So anyways, David Nettie posted this yesterday, and I guess this was right after the trial, like the day of. He went back to his hotel, and he was just sitting there, and across from his hotel room was actually this. So you can play it. It was a sign across the way on the other
They knew he
buildings.
was
They
there.
knew he was there. It's like a
That's
great,
so
yeah.
fantastic. I didn't see that.
Yeah, so he posted, I guess, yesterday or something.
Oh, I love that.
He was like, it's been a long, what do you know? I guess the guy's busy or something.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
must
know.
be,
I don't know.
especially now. Must have nothing to do.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh my God, I wonder if he's available for.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
That's so cute.
I
I
thought that
love
was awesome.
that.
So whoever that was, kudos to you for giving the man props, because
Yeah,
Davey
great.
and Eddie is truly
he's a gem.
he is.
He is the master.
Let's see.
All right, I don't think there's anything else.
Super Rodney. Yeah, does anybody in chat have anything before we
Skedaddle.
skedaddle?
Stay tuned for Scott's video.
Yep. Yeah. We'll play that.
Miss you too, Jess.
Christmas is coming. She's just trying to be nice.
It's working. Can we get some gold hearts for Child Cancer Awareness Month? My 7-year-old niece and 8-year-old nephew both. Robin G.
Crying out loud, Robin G. Absolutely.
So little, of course. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Oh,
Whoa! What just happened?
I have Facebook open, so it's making weird.
Oh.
Let me switch my. I'll go under my user. Here.
Oh, also, I know she was in the chat earlier, but we didn't get a chance to say it. But happy birthday to Brandy.
I put it up.
Oh, did you? Okay. Yeah. Oh, good.
Happy birthday to you.
Hey.
Happy birthday to you.
Hey.
Happy birthday, dear Brandy. Happy birthday
to you. And thank God for St. Ross. I'll say that because he. Oh, hi, baby.
Oh, that's cute.
She liked my singing.
Oh, hello, baby. Baby's getting big, but she stopped growing, so she's going to be little forever.
It's fantastic.
Yes, thank you, Robin G. And if there's anything we can do for you, please let us know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Let me see.
Luch.
Yeah.
It's my baby Luch.
Well, it's also Dylan's mom's birthday today, I believe, as well. So happy birthday to Mrs. Davies.
Yes.
Dylan's mom. He's all right, He's not a bad person.
He got out this weekend. He had a good Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
Like Flat Dylan.
Yeah. Yeah, we brought him around with us a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think that's
it.
Kind of, yeah. So next week I'm gonna have to start getting working on the show. Oh, I did have one question. Have anybody seen Handsome Brian?
He's on Facebook all the time.
I haven't seen Handsome Brian in a while, so
he's not on. He must have other commitments on Tuesdays at 6:30.
Fair enough.
So
but,
he's always late to the game.
All right.
But he is on Facebook on it. He posts all the time.
Well, shout out and hello to Handsome Brian.
Yes.
I don't know why. I think I saw his face pop up on something today, and I was like, "Wait a minute, where the hell's he been?"
He's around.
What a great name!
It's a great name.
Yeah,
Spacey. He pops in and out of some chats. Like, yeah, he's around.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, he's in the mixing.
Someone said hello.
Yes, famous Handsome Brian. All right. On that note,
Yeah.
you good? I'm gonna play Scotty's video, and then we'll play the outro video. And good night.
Right.
Thank you for being with us. Don't forget Tuesday at the State House at 1 p.m. 1 p.m.
I believe it's one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will be putting out more info as we get it, as far as logistics go. So see you there, hopefully.
Bye, all.
Looking out at the road rushing under my wheel. Looking back at the years gone by like so many summer fields. 65, I was 17 and running up on one. I don't know where I'm running now, I'm just running on. Running on empty, running wild, running into the sun, but I'm running behind. Gotta do what you can just to keep your love alive. Try not to confuse it with what you do to survive. 69, I was 21, and I called the road my own. I don't know when that road turned onto the road I'm on. Running on empty, running wild, running into the sun, but I'm running behind. Everyone I know, everywhere I go, people need some reason to believe. I don't know about anyone but me. If it takes all night, that'll be alright. If I can get you to smile before I leave. Looking out at the road rushing under my wheels. I don't know how to tell you all just how crazy this life feels. Look around for the friends that I used to turn Thank you.